listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield. Score, but he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this, we're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Kickoff for Buffalo.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Taken in the end zone. And no return from Cooper. Out it'll go to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Ball carrier.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Arrow lineup and 3rd.
To him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for, but it's going to be second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Bridgewater now. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Going for the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, he's got to have that wrong, doesn't he? They decline that.
There's no doubt about it. Sorry to step on you there, partner, but let's go ahead and run this one together, right? Incomplete pass. Yet they call pass interference.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Hauschka with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Stephen Hauschka to kick off for Buffalo.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no return from Cooper. Out it'll go to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital.
Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And the Bills have recovered.
Bridgewater on the keeper.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Jay Jackson on the tackle.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down, stopped at the Panthers 17.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. To the air, Allen forced out to his left. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown.
Stephen Hauschka to kick off for Buffalo.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Fielded in the end zone. And no return from Cooper. Out it'll go to the 25.
At their own 25-yard.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Bridgewater. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
To kick off for Buffalo.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. On the return, it's Pharaoh Cooper. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10. At their
this Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. Coming up on a 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of it. The field position Such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing. It puts them.
And this will be caught at the 30.
Here we go. Here we go.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Touchdown.
A big play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Bills continue to pour it on. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Ed Oliver able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. That's a punt return of 89 yards. And the Bills add on.
Hey, rookie, that's the way to make an impression. Return one for a touchdown.
Yeah, welcome to the party. We saw him fielding those punts before the game, and he just had a little bit of a look in his eye, didn't he?
He did. He was a confident young man, and now we know why.
And the route is on here in this first half. Well, it's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there.
For Buffalo.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Cooper on the return. The Panthers take over first and 10. At their own 20.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far. And he loses the football a second time. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
Fumble on the play.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they've dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. Now Allen going to give it to Moss. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. They got the ball in great field position after the fumble, but this defense tried to stand tall.
They certainly are, and a lot of times after you pick up a fumble or get an interception, you have momentum on your side.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Buffalo.
Taking it in from 2 yards out. And this offense continues to pour it on.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking.
The kick is good.
They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
Good luck.
he's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Second. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Vernon Butler forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And down he'll go at the 25. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And there he goes again. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Covered a lot of ground there. 81 yards on the punt return. And this offense is running away with this one.
Well, if you're into cheesy movies, you would title this one A Half to Remember, wouldn't you? His second return touchdown of the game.
What if I'm not into cheesy movies?
Well, go ahead and get into it, man, because I just did it, and you're going to green light that one. How about those returns? Maybe they ought to think about not kicking him the ball.
Yeah, they might want to go away from him in the future. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
Stephen Hauschka to kick off for Buffalo.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
1st and 10.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play.
And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And the Bills have recovered.
The ball carrier. Fumble on the play. Recovered by Buffalo.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Here's Allen to throw it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Complete in the end zone.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Flush to his right. He'll run it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. So we've reached halftime. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with with the third quarter of action. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. So the defense does their job. They get rid of that 0 on the scoreboard. Now we'll see if their offense can come to play.
Well, that's the way you get things started, right? Score yourself on defense, get the ball back for your offense, and tell them, let's go. We're in the game now.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in the meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
It's a gain of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Bills capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. He's been a frequent target, and with catches like that, one-handed in the end zone, I'd keep going his way.
And he's doing it every which way, isn't he? 2 hands, and in this case, we just saw it with 1 hand. Almost reminds me of a great return of service guy in tennis. No matter how you whack it at him, it comes back at you. In this case, he just envelops it and brings it in.
Hauschka with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z.
And the ball is knocked out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And
Come on, bring it, baby, bring it.
Down the right side. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. They're quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3. They'll look to run with Singletary. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
The kickoff for Buffalo.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Panthers take over 1st and 10. At their own.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm, and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall...
The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it.
Christian McCaffrey, the ball carrier. A fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the 39-yard line.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
It's 3rd and 9.
Right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
From the gun, Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And the Bills have recovered.
Trent Murphy. The quarterback is...
Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A gain there of 21 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. It'll be a gain of 11, and the Bills will move the chains. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Tahir Whitehead able to get him for a loss of about 3. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 2nd touchdown of the night, as his guys continue to pour it on. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review.
Stephen Hauschka to kick off for Buffalo.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. Takes this about 5 yards deep. The fullback comes through with a big play there.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
And he coughed it up. Now this is picked up by the Bills.
Bridgewater's pass complete.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen under pressure. Down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the...
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Zach Moss with his 2nd touchdown of the night as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them, because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ballgame.
And no return from Cooper. Out it'll go to the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. They'll look to run with Moss. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Now, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick.
Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. Does the big boy have the juice? The 20, 10, and this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Cooper on the return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were under pressure, and they got to him again. Vernon Butler breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Bridgewater. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On third down, Bridgewater. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The connection there, Bridgewater to Samuel for a Panther first down.
10 at the 39-yard line.
Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. But fortunately, a Panther was able to get on this, so Carolina keeps the ball.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That second down play nets a -4. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Bridgewater sacked. A fumble on the play.
Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Intended for his wideout.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Allen. He's going to go up top again. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
I ball like 23. Won't fall again.